Hello and welcome to a new series of mine. This is Pony Plays, where I, Digi, play a game. And today, since Beyond Earth, why do I keep wanting to say Brave New World? I don't know why. But anyway, Beyond Earth will be coming just right around the corner, October the 24th. And so in celebration of the next installment of the Civilization franchise, we are playing Civ 5 today. And not just any Civ 5, a very modded version of Civ 5. How modded, you say? Well, for one, every Civ that's going to be playing in today's match is based on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. All of them. Not only that, but I have a mod installed which makes it so only modded civs are the civs that I'll be playing against. So out of the 12 plus Pony Civ mods I currently have installed, I have no idea who I'm going to be fighting against. Now, the interesting thing is I have picked my race, and this is what my Civ for this playthrough is going to be. I am Chrysalis of the Changeling Empire. O cunning and deceitful Queen Chrysalis, your subjects cry out for you. The changelings were once a dreaded reality to the world, the ultimate predators devouring the love of the enthralled, indistinguishable from friend or foe. They propagated far and wide, their numbers grew to be many, extinguishing the sun like a hungry swarm of locusts, their hunger insatiable, infiltrating nearly every community. Oh, Queen Chrysalis, who could have predicted that the world would come to know? Unveiled, scattered, and disjointed, the fragile changelings no longer posed a threat. Routed and banished on the outskirts of civilization, you rallied the deserved exiles and came to be their queen. The changelings look to you now, O elusive matron, to lead them in their violent reprisal and to deliver the world to their fate. Can you pull the once feared changelings from near extinction? Can you build a civilization to stand the test of time? And the changelings are really interesting because at first glance, they're a very combat-oriented civ. But that's not all that they can do. Their primary power is diplomatic substitution. When the changelings control the original capital of a dead civ, they gain their World Congress delegates, including city-states. And once spies get into the game, they get 2 extra. So they start with 3, whereas everyone else starts with 1. That is really powerful, but that does 2 different things. One, if they manage to take out and wipe out a civ early game, then once diplomacy enters the field, they are way in ahead of everyone else in the game as soon as it starts. Just because of the fact that they have their own diplomats and the diplomats of another civ. And if they're the ones who discovered everyone else first, then they get yet more, meaning they have a lot of weight when it comes to diplomacy. And then of course there's the 2 additional spies, which means that they can steal pretty much technology from everyone and still be defended from spies taking text from them. Or they can use it to constantly manipulate city-states, thus giving them even more of a diplomatic edge. The next big thing about them, which goes back to their combat orientation, is the Infiltrator. This actually replaces their Great General. Instead of giving their units a all-around bonus to combat like normal Great Generals, the Infiltrator gives them plus 50% attack to a city, making them really good at sieges, but not so good at fighting regular armies. And once they capture a civ, they get the House of Love, a unique building replacing the courthouse, and provides plus 2 happiness to whatever city it gets built in. So changelings are geared towards conquest, a lot of it and quickly. But once they start taking over a couple of cities, they can actually change gears and actually can do a diplomacy victory pretty easily too. And thanks to their 2 extra spies, even culture victory is still within their grasp. Though diplomacy and conquest victories are the 2 that they're most skilled in doing. And that's what I'm going to go for in this game. I'm going to try to wipe out every single other civilization in the game. So with that out of the way, let's get started. And I'm just going to say I love the music for this mod. We actually have a wonderful start. Now, before I focus on what's going on in the map, I want to say that this music is an instrumental version of This Day aria from the Season 2 finale. It is a beautiful song, and their war music is just as good, if not better. In the original version of this mod for Gods and Kings, it had a remix version of This Day aria for their battle music. In this version of the mod for Brave New World, it has its own custom music, and it is awesome. We should hopefully be able to hear it soon, depending on who we encounter first. Now, Warrior, you shall be going out to explore. And Settler, this is already a perfect spot. Right next to a river, we got bananas. We need to get calendar, but it gives us additional food. There's a jungle tile here, which, I'll keep my mouse still on that, will give us food from the jungle. Then we've got marble, which can give us some production. And on a grassland, it gives us food and money, +4 happiness and gold. And then we have 2 sources of gold up here and wheat, and we're on a freaking river. This place is wonderful. Now, all changing cities are named after a kind of bug, obviously. That really goes without saying. Now, for production, let's get a monument and start getting our culture up. Now, since we've got bananas right off the bat, and gold we're going to need, let's get mining first, and then we'll go into our technology tree and go for calendar. And that'll be the next 2. Be a little while for pottery, and while it would be nice to get pottery sooner, just so we can start earning faith, I think we'll be alright. And we'll go ahead and queue up animal husbandry next so we can figure out where horses are going to be. Alright. Next turn. Now I have this game pace set to standard, and that's mainly because I'm still really learning this game. I'm not perfect at it, and I just upped the level to Prince. I'm usually used to playing Warlord, and Prince is the 4th level difficulty while Warlord is the 3rd. So I'm honestly not all that good. So let's hoping I actually manage to do well. Unfortunately, because this is a standard game mode, not much is going to be happening in the first couple of turns. It's going to be pretty boring for the first 50 to 100 turns because it takes forever to do pretty much anything. And we got a freaking map from the ruins. Well, that does us almost next to nothing. And wow, the resources on this island are amazing. Oh, and before I go any further, the map I currently have selected for this is Large Islands. And I was originally wanting to do this Let's Play with the modded map of Equestria. However, that map isn't all that good. While it really copies the canon map that was released by Hasbro not too long ago, it does have the unfortunate problem that every single one of the city-states that spawns in the map are all clustered down at the bottom. So unless your civ spawns down near the bottom of the map, you aren't going to be able to interact with the city-states for a very long time. And even once you meet with them, your civ is most likely going to be so far away that's not really going to matter. Now we currently have about, 7 other civs currently in this match. And I have no idea who they are, so it'll be a surprise for both me and for you to show you exactly what other modded civs I currently have in this game. There isn't anyone in particular I'm really hoping to meet, but it'd kind of be nice to, well, I'm not going to give anything away just so you can discover it along with me. And our city, our capital, has just grown. We now have a population of 2. You know, with that, I'm going to go ahead and queue up some more stuff. Stop, I burped a bit. I'm going to get a worker and a scout. I haven't seen any barbarians, so I don't think we'll need to worry about a second warrior just yet. And then I'll go ahead and put a settler on, because I don't want to be confined to a single city for too long. And I really should be hitting next turn button a lot more often than I am. And we just met our first city-state, Colombo. Hello, Colombo. And we got 30 gold from them. They're mercantile. Irrational personality, that's going to make things tricky. And they have jewelry and incense right off the bat. Hopefully they don't get too mad that my changelings are parked within their borders. Oh, I also should have pointed out while I was in the tech tree, I have the ponification mod, and what this does, currently installed, what this does is this takes a lot of things that you see throughout all of Civ 5 and adds a pony twist to it. For instance, one of my favorites, the Advisor Council. They're all ponies. Applejack is the economic, Rainbow Dash is the military, Rarity is the foreign advisor, Twilight is the science advisor. Now these images change as you go throughout the ages, and I may occasionally go back to them just to show you. And click on the warrior. The warrior symbol is a Rainbow Dash with scruffy hair, mane and tail, and some armor. Whereas normally it'd be a warrior. So that's going to be fun. Also, the scout is also a Rainbow Dash and a pith helmet. And the settler is the Granny Smith in black and white when she was really young. And next turn we are going to get our monument. Hooray! And we discovered another ruin. Hopefully we get something better than a freaking map. But really, I cannot complain at all about this starting location. Sure, it's got a lot of desert,
but not its mineral rights.
And now we just got our first research. Mining. I really should have shut up during that quote, because all the quotes are actually pretty good in this game. But, well, deserts don't really give us anything, unfortunately. There are a couple of hills around us. We're going to have to be really careful. This could be a good city right here. Also could be another good city opportunity here. We've just got a whole bunch of different opportunities for expansion. And this is still a really good area despite all the desert. When and if we get a faith, it may be good to do desert worship. Yeah, I don't have... Oh, we can't get to the ruins because there's no land bridge in between. Alright, we're going to redo this tech. We need to do sailing, this way. We still haven't many civs, so I'm not worried about writing at the moment. Yeah, my people are going to be illiterate for a couple hundred years, but that's okay. We know how to mine. Now that I've ran out of mostly things to talk about. And we've grown once more, and we get our first policy. Now normally, because of the way changelings work, I would tend to go for honor. However, since we have yet to even seen any barbarians, this would be a rather pointless first tech tree to get. And of course you can see more of the pontification mods effects here. And I love every single one of these pictures. Seriously, it's awesome. Some of them are screen caps, some of them are a bit more custom art. Wait, no. All of them are screen caps. Never mind. I was trying to remember where this showed up. And this is like the first freaking episode. And Rarity has Twilight putting on all those different dresses when they first meet. Why did I forget that? I don't know. I'm way too obsessed with the show that I have any right to be. But anyway, so we're going to go with the Liberty Tree, and that'll let us get a additional worker for free. wait, no, that's production. Never mind. But we can get additional worker right there, and we get a settler for free, and so we could get 2 cities pretty darn quickly. So we're getting that. Still not much here. We've got 1 city-state. We don't even have any barbarians. I actually wouldn't mind if we had some barbarians, because then we could, you know, attack them, get the honor policy tree, attack them, and start using them for culture bonuses. But it doesn't look like we're going to be so lucky this game, unfortunately.
Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou?
And we now know how to make pots, build granaries and shrines. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and queue up a shrine. In granary, you can get a source of wheat, bananas, and deer. We have a source of bananas, so let's go ahead and get a granary too. We already got 6 turns now. However, this ruin, not relic, we actually will be able to explore. And good lord, we're going to be making so much money. There's so many sources of gold all over the place on this island. You're going to be stinking rich come later game. Wait, we did discover another freaking ruin. Good lord, there's ruins all over the place, but we can't get to them because we can't go off the land because we don't know how to swim yet. Hopefully this ruin actually gives us something good, like maybe free culture or something, or 65 gold. Let's see, can we buy anything with this? Only a scout. That does us no good because we still can't get off our freaking island. Yep, there is nothing here but me and Columbo. There might be something more here, but again, we can't freaking get there. We won't be getting there for another 18 more freaking turns. Well, we've almost got our... Yeah. +1 production. You know what? I'm going to remove the scout, and I'm just going to have the settler be next. Maybe we can use it to increase our science. At the very least, we'd be able to improve our culture income a bit more. Let's see. We don't have calendar yet. We don't have masonry yet. So I'm just going to have you automate. No, going for the wheat. Completely forgot about that. And we're going to have to get masonry. Let's see. Now let's queue up bronze working, then masonry. It'll be a while before we can get... We can actually do the gold once we actually expand to get it. And now we've explored our entire island. Oh, someone's got a pantheon. Oh, someone else already got desert folklore. Oh, man, that sucks. Also, our people are kind of miserable. I just now realized that. See, here would be a good spot for a city. Well, they're not miserable, but they're not exactly thrilled, I could say either. Here could be a good spot. Get fish, gold, expand to get the deer, the wheat, and the cow. Here could also be pretty good too. Gold, sheep, more fish. Definitely our first city is going to go over here. That's just... We're going to go ahead and go on alert. You know what? Go over here just so we can keep an eye on the area and make sure no barbarians spawn in it. In the meantime.
So teach us to number our days, so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
And now we have calendar. So now we can actually get the bananas, which unfortunately doesn't give us any sort of happiness. Yeah, over here is not going to be a good spot for a city. Maybe we can plonk a city down here once we actually know how to embark. But yeah, I'm moving these warriors over here so we can have sight so barbarians won't spawn in the fog of war. Alright. 6 more turns and we'll get our first civ. And there we go. There's the barbarians right there. Speaking of them, take 4 turns for my barbarians to get over there. And someone else just got plus 30% range combat strength. I'm gonna have to find this barbarian encampment and kill it. I usually, well, not usually, but I tend to like to get the combat bonus. And considering we're going to try to play aggressively in this game, it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea for us to get that, but it doesn't look like it. And they're totally going to pillage that tile. They're going to pillage it, heal, and... oh, they actually left. I'm going to cancel your automation for now. Let's see, should I move them here to protect this tile, or should I just have them go ahead and attack? Yeah, I don't want them to move onto this tile and pillage it, so you're going to be moved there to defend it. And now we can shoot at them. Almost got them. One more round of combat and they'll be dead. Then we'll need to find that barbarian encampment. Oh, we can't do it because we don't have bronze working. Well, good thing we decided to get that first too. And we just got our first unit promotion, and this guy will be going over to get our city. Well, there's rough terrain over here. This area is kind of open. Not excessively so, but it is a little bit. Now let's go ahead and go with rough terrain. It's a pretty decent bonus. They want Stonehenge. Alright, I'll cancel that. And go ahead and start working on Stonehenge. Now, let's see. Can we improve this at all? Yes, we can. Drop it down to 23 turns by switching to production focus. That's good stuff. Hopefully someone else isn't already trying to build it. That would be annoying as heck. And our city grew once more, and we're down to 2 freaking happiness. Still don't even have access to sailing yet. Policy. Once we found our second city, our happiness is going to kind of drop like a stone. Let's see, does golden... yes, it does. So if we can get a city up here, we can work the gold. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go double city. Plonk a city down up here. And there's our barbarian encampment. This is going to be kind of unpleasant, but I think we'll manage it. I think we'll actually be alright. And I just realized we're at negative 1
He
gold.
who commands...
I didn't mean to cancel that out. We're going to 45 for now. Yeah, we'll easily be able to get to and found that city before the barbarians ever get close to us. Next turn we'll be able to found 2 cities at once. I'm still not 100% sure if this is a good idea, but I'm gonna go for it. Alright, let's see what happens. And that dropped us down to 2 happiness. Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt. Get over here and build that mine. Yeah, we need to... Well, we're back up in terms of gold. And found a city. And we've dropped down to 6 unhappiness. This is gonna suck. Now, because our people are unhappy, I don't want them to grow very fast, so you're going to build a monument, and you're going to build a shrine. Same for you. We can get some culture and faith bonus, and I'm just trying to get this guy over here so we can get that gold and get that +4 happiness. Because we really freaking need it. We're at 6 happiness right now. That is not good. Alright, I'm gonna keep going till about turn 50, and I don't think I'm gonna call this session. And there's one more barbarian down. Maybe turn 45. I'll just have to wait to see how this goes. Let's see, can I afford to buy... Yes, I can. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another warrior, just so I can start killing those barbarians a little bit more. I do not want them to be spawning so often either.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
Yep. There is no source of horses anywhere around here. Alright. I need a mine. This won't get rid of our unhappiness completely, but it will help. And our warrior has finished healing. Yeah, Columbo, I kind of figured you would after a while. And we actually can embark and get that ruin, you know, in at least a couple of turns. You know, attack with the minor defeat. Oh yeah, because we're unhappy. Duh. And they're in open terrain too, so they weren't getting any bonuses. We're still not doing nearly enough damage. It'll probably take at least maybe 2 more turns to actually kill this barbarian encampment. And well, barbarian chireme, that doesn't really matter. They can't attack us, so we're good. And we've got it. Hooray! Because we managed to clear that for Columbo, we're gonna go ahead and pledge to protect Columbo. But because we cleared that barbarian encampment for them, they are now our friends, and our unhappiness dropped by 2 thanks to them. Probably because of their incense. Yep, we are now friends. They give me +2 happiness because they're mercantile. And that's good. We've still got another 3 turns before this mine completes. And then we'll be at neutral happiness. One more turn and then we'll get the... Ooh, next bonus. And this actually can start showing off another mod that I have. I I forget its exact name, I'll tell you next in the next episode, but it adds a whole lot more options for combat. It rebalances some things here and there, including increasing the range of siege units, but it causes them to acquire different resources in order to build them. Not much. It also gives a bit more promotions for level up. Like victory heals 25 HP on defeating an enemy. That's actually really nice. And normally my second promotion I tend to go for cover, because this really helps when attacking cities, but considering the changelings don't give much bonuses to attacking enemy units, I'm going to go for victory. And you are also going to get rough terrain bonus. And the both of you are going to fortify until you're healed. And mine is now complete. And now we are at 0 happiness. Hooray! And our next culture building was also finished. We are now making 10 culture per turn. Another pantheon was founded. Stone circles, +2 faith and quartz. Oh, I could have used that too. I got so many places that I could use for quarries. You know, I'm going to reopen the technology tree, queue up the wheel. So I've got 3 cities right now. That would be really helpful. We are making no faith at the moment. And we're also making -2 gold. I only have...
Here Hector entered, with a spear 11 cubits long in his hand. The bronze point gleamed in front of him, and was fastened to the shaft of the spear by a ring of gold.
And now we know ironworking. Ooh, we got a source of iron right in Petrogopolis. That's good. We're gonna need that iron. And that's the only iron deposit we really have at the moment. Okay, you're going to work that gold mine. 3 more turns. We'll switch to gold focus. We'll increase it by a turn, but then we'll be making nothing. If I leave it at production, we still got a bit of a buffer in terms of gold, so I think we should be alright for the time being. And I think that concludes it for today's episode, so tune in next time to see what exactly happens. Hopefully we can finish Stonehenge in 3 turns and nobody snipes it from us, because that would just suck. Until next time, this is Digi, signing out.